judge at one point, but it was also kind of southern.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, because I just followed after Brandon did and made him southern.
Alright, who wants to be a real lawman of the West right now?
Can't be me.
I can do it, or... I mean, I can do it.
Because I think I'm going to be like almost every character in his scenes.
Oh, you want to do it, Dennis?
I can do it if you don't want to talk to yourself. Although, I guess since you're playing Phoenix, that's always,
Phoenix is literally always fucking mumbling to himself.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
only,
okay.
Only if you want to do the Marshal.
Yeah, no problem.
Alright, so let's keep talking to him. I don't mean any offense, but that's never a great way to start a sentence, by the way. Officer Marshall, you're not a patrolman, right? You know, not a detective.
You calling me out? They shoot you for that in Tejas.
Huh?
I was one of them fancy shoot detectives till 2 years ago, to tell you the truth.
Oh, really? Now he tells me.
But you're like a patrolman now, so how can you be in charge of a crime scene?
Nothing gets by you, does it, Bambina?
You're gonna like have to stop calling me that.
Yeah, speaking of which, why are you in charge?
I have a revolver. Oh, and we're short on hands right now. I'm keeping an eye in the meantime.
That's odd, though. Detective Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do, nothing important at least.
Hey, pal.
There he is.
It is nothing but a sad old cow dog that can't find his tail.
He can't find his tail?
Maybe it's because he runs with that Edgeworth, eh?
What are you insinuating? Wait, yeah, what does this have to do with Edgeworth?
You ever heard of Brokeback Mountain?
Oh my god.
That cow dog's been kicked out of his cattle run by order of the chief of police. Just he don't realize it yet.
Detective Gumshoe kicked out of the investigation?
Hey, pal.
Alright. It's time we get fucking serious.
I see your badge. Looks pretty round. Our badge is a star. Our lone star shining in the nighttime sky.
He just counterflexed on you?
A beam of light illuminating evildoers who come in the dark of night.
Hmm?
Note to self, evildoers are weak against starlight.
You're damn right, Bambino.
Yoo-hoo.
Then I pull out my gun.
And then I'll pull out my Glock.
I had to turn it off. Hey, that's a sheriff's badge! I'm gonna steal it. Alright, what else can we show this?
Alright, Padre. Oh my, what the fuck?
Around me to visit Texas.
Oh, he's just doing this over and over again.
Yeah, it just means I didn't show him the right information about this.
Prospector's bright red steed came in at a trot, real slow like.
Trot?
My Madonna tells me the crime occurred 3 minutes later. So it seems the chief prospector was lying in wait. Maybe, waiting for a prince to ride in on his bright red horse.
So what you mean is, the killer intended to use Edgeworth's car all along?
Well, the killer was Edgeworth.
Wait, what?
What?
I'm not doing
I'm
this
just
again.
a control man.
It was his car and his knife.
A toy shield suits the boy well. What exactly could you shield with that, though? A toy knight, maybe?
Damn, he's funny.
Officer Marshall, don't you, have anything good to say about Mr. Edgeworth?
I do like his hair.
Oh, I mean, that's something, but overall, you don't like him, right? We get the point.
You know, when I was a detective, I got one of these.
A
Nah.
knife?
You had a prosecutor award?
Let me guess. Did it have a K for King of Detectives on it?
Hey, they could use the same shield over and over.
Note to self, the prosecutor's office in criminal affairs are surprisingly cheap.
You know it. They've gotten cheaper with every passing year, I tell you.
About this.
Show him the knife.
Oh,
Compadre.
what's that? Some sort of police passport?
This is
Or
Detective
shoot it off.
Goodman's ID card, strangely enough. We found it a good distance away from the crime scene.
Good distance. In this rat hole? If you want distance, get yourself to Texas.
He just ignores you.
Yeah.
Texas?
I feel like he just completely ignored a facet of his job.
Well, yeah, because he can't break character.
This is a tiny little crime scene in a tiny little town with tiny little evidence. What difference does a few yards make, compadre?
That doesn't
Note to
seem
self,
like...
if you encounter suspicious evidence, think of Texas. There's no better way to study than to, like, hang out with the pros.
Damn right, Missy. I can hit a gnat eye at 20 yards.
So
20
that-
yards?
That's
That's
great.
not very far.
So,
20 yards.
none of those actually opened up new, whatever. Let's slide to the right.
Is that just a phone?
Yeah, it's just straight up cell. It's just a cell phone.
Okay.
This looks like a cell phone.
Scientific analysis would suggest this belonged to the victim.
Good work, Detective Emma.
Wait, who are you?
Sorry. Force of habit.
Can't think of anyone else it could, like, belong to.
Sad lo-fi music playing in Phoenix's head. What's so scientific about that? Should we check it out? Yeah, sure. Right, let's check it out! Is it just gonna scroll through by itself? It just does that, okay.
Oh, we're good.
Whee!
Oh, look! If we press this- Hey, hey!
This phone's still on the redial screen.
Redial? I'm a boomer, so you're gonna have to help me.
Oh, Mr. Wright. Most phones keep a record of all the calls you've made and, like, received. I know you probably don't receive many, but, like, you just press the blue button to display the last number you called.
Oh, okay.
Convenient, isn't it? I'm, like, totally surprised you didn't know that.
Sorry to disappoint you, but even I know about things like redial.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just, you never know with people from, like, your generation.
I just thought you were a dumb fucking bogey.
Whatever, let's just check out this phone. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, anyway.
It's a Nokia. No wonder it survived impact.
Now to see who the owner of this phone last called.
Himself. A defense attorney doesn't think first, he just pushes the button.
Accurate! Hey!
That's that right, dude?
Yeah, it is.
Oh my god, it is. Yeah.
Hey!
Oh, shit. Hey, that song! I know that!
I saw her picture pop up, and I was like, oh, it's me, right?
Hey, what's going on over there?
Ah! Oh, sorry.
I see you, partner. You pressed redial on that there phone, didn't you?
Well, yeah.
Whose phone is this anyway? It was like on the ground over there.
Got bad news, partner. Killer Queen's already touched that phone.
Oh no!
No!
Belongs to Chief Prospector Sky.
What? It's like my sister's?
How-
No wonder it's so tacky.
How did you not recognize her sister's phone? That seems great. I don't know.
I mean, they clearly don't hang.
Yeah, I
I
guess
think
it's true.
they're clearly estranged. She apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody, right after the crime. Look, the last call was made right when the murder occurred.
Hey, so I'm gonna have to call you back.
Looks like she was fixing to call someone. Except she only spoke for a few seconds, according to this. I'm surprisingly well versed with the modern world.
Who did she
Yeah.
call?
Ghostbusters. Sorry, partner. I've got no idea.
Bustin', 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 bustin',
Now
bustin'.
I got a questions for you, partner. I heard a phone ring just now, one of those newfangled ringtones.
Oh, that. Oh. I'm sorry, that was my phone.
What? Nani? Your phone?
Yeah, it's kind of strange, but. I heard you. Someone called me right as we picked up the other phone. Wrong number.
Roll a deception check.
I hope you're not lying. They shoot you for that in Tejas, partner.
Ugh, I have incited the wrath of the Lone Star Patrolman. Okay. What's this? Looks like a note of some sort.
Look, something's like written on it.
You're right! Let's see, 67S, 12.2.
There's a name printed on the paper above that. Goodman?
Maybe it fell out of his pocket when he was murdered.
Well, so what does it mean, Mr. Wright?
How am I supposed to know?
Note to self, for deductive reasoning, go to Edgeworth. Not right.
I'm sure Edgeworth wouldn't know what this means either.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't know, would you?
You have a point. This appears to be the car where the body was found. Looks like the lock on the trunk is busted.
Crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car.
Quite a luxury car. It just screams, I have money to burn.
Yeah, prosecutors get the big bucks.
Meanwhile, Phoenix doesn't even have a car.
He rides
He
the
doesn't have a
bike.
driver's license, even. A block. This area is reserved for prosecutors.
Defense attorneys are relegated to B block.
I dream of the day when I will be able to, like, totally park my car here. I'll go over to B block to buy hamburgers from you, Mr. Wright.
Oh my god.
I'm not planning on giving up my job that soon.
Damn, she's ruthless.
What the fuck is wrong with this girl?
You're gonna be just like Larry selling hot dogs at the lake.
I can't believe this.
Because she doesn't have emotions. Full science.
B block is through there. That's where visitors park.
Yeah, like you. I can see the Lunchland car over there. Far in the distance.
Hey, you're right. I like the cute design of the door.
I hope you do.
See a cartoon cow munching down on a juicy-looking steak. Wait a minute.
Doesn't that strike you as, like, a little totally creepy?
Why were you in my head?
Uh-huh.
Well, whatever. Just don't think too deeply about it and you'll be fine. What's this?
This rope is it.
Yep, they laid it in the outline of the victim's body.
Oh wait. The victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him, just snapped his spine like a twig.
You've got to be the only person I know that would come to that conclusion.
It is kind of weird how the body's put there, though. Why is it feet first?
Yeah, it's a little strange. But I guess what
He tried to escape and then Big Sis curb stomped him.
Wait. Oh, wait, Mark. He's not here. Yeah, where'd he go? Oh.
You call, partner.
So there's like total no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister.
That's correct. There's a goldmine of evidence against her, though.
Where?
And the prospect of tomorrow is none other than Edgy Boy himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambina. Many condolences.
Wait, I thought you didn't like Edgeworth. Officer Marshall!
Yeah? I'm shaving here.
Run your hands! How can you, like, say that?
Running your hands scientifically.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
You and my sister, you were like...
Is there something between this cop and her sister that I don't know about?
I apologize, Bambina. Something must have gotten to me. Maybe it's that dry wind that's blowing through the prospector's office.
You could, like, close a window or something.
Dry wind or ill will, someone's up to something here. But who?
But who?
Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth have been flying around for nearly 2 years now.
Forged evidence and a range of testimonies, you mean, right?
Not suspicions.
He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable, that is, until he bet you.
I feel like that speaks more poorly about the other defense attorneys than it does about Edgeworth.
But rumors are just, like, rumors, aren't they?
Oh, no, it's true, Emma.
What?
Yeah.
These are prosecutors we're talking about. Real evidence, factual evidence, scientific evidence is everything to them.
Let me show you this updated autopsy report.
This what?
If you follow the rumors about Edgeworth to their source, you find one person.
Von Karma.
But they're off limits, untouchable, you might say.
I knew he escaped.
One person? Who?
Hate to say this, but it's your sister, Bambina, Chief Prospector Lana Sky.
What? My sister?
Edgeworth couldn't rustle all those cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets, some people load them with deal.
Wait, you're saying Edgeworth was making deals to win trials?
I prefer the M32 rotary grenade launcher.
Where there's gunshots, there's bound to be bullets. That's what the old-timers say. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere. Everyone knows it.
That why Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case?
Hey, pal.
Did they target him because he was closest to Edgeworth?
Hey, pal. So, well, how are we doing, Mr. Wright?
I guess we've got some clues. We have an autopsy report, a note from the victim, a cell phone.
So, you think we'll be okay?
Well, the only thing still bothering me is that Lana is confessing to the crime, so, you know, that's rough.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a problem.
Yeah, I mean, she says she did it. Like, just stabbed him. Fucking stabbed him, put him in Edgeworth's car. But,
It's only a problem if you believe her.
That's like, no problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal.
It's me. By the way, Emma,
Yes?
I know that song your phone plays when it rings.
What?
It's a Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? That popular TV show for kids. Oh, that rang earlier wasn't mine. It was
He did lie.
yours. 5:18, just after the murder took place. Your sister called you, didn't she, Emma?
I'm sorry.
Can you tell me what you talked about?
Hey, Em, I just stabbed this guy. Do you know any good defense attorneys?
She, like, hung up right away.
I see. detective is murdered and the suspect is a top prosecutor in the district. Got a bad feeling about this. Maybe I still don't know everything that went on here. To be continued. In court!
Unrelated, but you know what the worst will probably be the hardest change when we play Persona 4 on Steam
What?
after playing 5?
What?
Not being able to touch the touchpad and getting the answers to the game questions.
Oh, it'd be
What?
like that sometimes.
How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright?
Frankly, there are still a lot of gray areas.
Like the fact that you're still confessing. Or rather, sorry, like the whole thing is like one big gray area.
Don't worry about me, no matter what the outcome. I'm ready to accept my fate.
Yeah, so ready that you're like not even trying. Sis?
It was me. I did it.
Oh, yeah, see, this isn't helping us.
Saying that. Well, we both know it was me.
Wait, what? We do?
What? Oh, nothing. It was...
Emma, you idiot.
I am a phantom thief.
Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice.
Wait, I'm slightly distracted by what just happened. Okay, fine, what?
A defense attorney should never believe their client.
Oh my god, you're so opposite of her, it hurts, but it still turns me on. Sorry, what?
What?
The defendant is called to trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that.
So I should trust you when you say you did it?
Is that a cry for help she just gave you?
I think so.
She's clearly she's being mind controlled, but she's
Yeah.
trying to let us know.
This is not a human being. Like,
All right.
Miss Sky.
If they're watching you, blink 3 times.
That was her way of telling you, hey, look, I'm guilty, but I'm also lying.
Miss Sky, listen, you remind me a lot of Mia, but just the opposite of Mia.
Mia Alter.
But there is one decisive difference between you and her.
your eyes are wandering. And that is...
She was hot.
Oh,
Well,
damn.
bitch, I'm alive.
And you're not a
And
defense
it's just like, oh
attorney.
my goodness.
Oh my god.
What's wrong with you?
But yeah, you're not a defense attorney.
Why does he keep like comparing us to these dead girls?
Whoa,
I believe
whoa,
it's
whoa,
almost...
only one of them is dead.
Oh, what? Oh, okay, if you say so.
Wink, wink,
We should-
nudge, nudge.
We should go in.
Don't tell him about the little one.
Good luck, Senor Wright.
Senor, is she also a patrolman? My first trial without a Fae helping me. It's time for my Fae blood to boil.
My sky blood boils.
But no one's gonna bail me out this time. Unless, is what I would say. I'll be alone in there. So I have to discover the truth all by myself.
Like
Like a big boy.
Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way.
Yeah, let's go, Maya.
What? What'd you call me?
Nothing, let's go.
Okay.
I'll be honest, I feel like none of these murder trials would have ever gotten to court.
I did it.
Well,
Case
well,
closed. That's crazy.
What makes you say that, Dennis?
Well, murder in the United States is determined by, like, you have to be absolutely certain to convict for murder. It's not preponderance with it, which is like 50% certainty.
Mhm.
That's
Like, you don't get into this type of trial until like the end.
yeah.
Like you don't go to trial to be like, oh, maybe this person could have possibly did it. Like,
You can do that for tort claims, which is like the,
Personal damages and stuff.
stuff like that. Yeah.
Hey, well, remember, this was kept with the Japanese legal system in mind, and because they don't have Miranda rights or anything, they just kind of throw you in prison until you confess. And
I somehow doubt this is very accurate to the Japanese court system either.
yes, but the point is, they don't have to be certain. They just have to, like, whoever they vaguely think did it is who
They
they
just keep
throw
you
into.
in prison forever.
Listen,
Yeah, until you
the more
agree.
the more we compare this to real court systems, the angrier and more confused we'll become. So,
Confused
Really?
board voices.
Alright, court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky.
I did it. Wait, no, wait.
Yeah.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
She's a liar.
The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor.
I've been here since yesterday.
I have not moved from the spot for 24 hours.
Edgeworth.
What's up, honey?
It's been 2 months, but I have been in a courtroom since this trial.
Have that personal feelings not be part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright?
I saved your life, asshole.
I will choose the path that I think is right, regardless of what those around me will say. That is my choice.
Fabricated evidence. Updated autopsy report. Oh, sorry.
Well, I kick a dumbass.
The judgment to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else.
Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please.
Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's parking lot in my car. No, this isn't personal.
Parking lot.
Wow, he's like much more forceful in person. I suddenly feel like confessing to everything.
Oh, yeah, he has that effect on you.
Oh, you too, Mr. Wright?
Huh? Wait, did I say that out loud? Okay, good.
However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life.
Oh my god.
There's a witness to her crime. A professional witness.
Wait, why are we just assuming she's getting a life sentence, even if she's guilty?
That's what I'm saying!
What the fuck?
Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth.
Edgy boys
Person
give you a
calls
ton
its
of steps.
first witness. Miss Angel Starr to the stand.
The
Oh,
cough up queen?
Why did you call her that?
Ugh.
Haven't I seen you somewhere?
Oh, yes, you have, Mr. Judge.
On the hub.
Oh yes.
You ordered the caviar lunch, right?
Oh, caviar! I've never eaten caviar before.
Look at this stupid blank expression.
Is she bribing the judge right now?
I think so.
The judge is really
I'm
wolfing
eating it
down.
right here!
And for you, I have a fiesta bowl.
Thank you.
Will the witness state her name and profession?
And you, sir, did you order the fingerprint lunchbox?
That's
Bro,
literally
bro,
just,
it's
that's literally
rice.
just rice.
It's just rice, bro.
When I
Blood
take answer,
seeds.
it's too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please.
Well, Your Honor, how does it taste?
Guilty! So this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty, it hurts! I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca.
Why is that what you thought it would taste like?
I don't know.
Also, yeah, what does that taste like?
Yeah, what the heck does pickled tapioca taste like?
Name, profession, now.
Me, the name is Angel Star. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, edgy boy?
You too, then. Very well. Witness, please describe the incident to us.
The prosecution will wait. I am not finished eating.
Hurry it up!
Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call the police to provide a description of the crime.
Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said to the court, I am a professional.
What exactly does that mean?
Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Starr was a special investigator with the police.
She was?
What?
A first-rate homicide detective.
What? 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 Miss Star was like a detective?
Ah! I know who you are. Cough up.
It's like, Gorgie, oh, it's your fault. You wanted to do the same.
Oh, that's why she's called.
Why don't I believe them?
To be fair, they hit me with an option that I didn't expect.
They really did. I played this and I forgot.
Cough up,
Yeah.
Queen, Angel
Yeah, no,
Star.
I
Your
too forgot
Honor.
this was the actual explanation as to
Long
why.
time no see.
All 4 of us were on it.
Very well, you may continue with the description, Miss Star.
Very well. She's guilty. Who is this lady?
If I might have the court's attention over here.
Excuse me, my evidence is up here.
The parking lot of the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks.
Wrong.
What?
A block is for the prosecutor's office personnel. B block is for the visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 blocks. You remember how I used those chains, right, Phoenix?
Wait, what? Oh, yeah. Totally. I really gotta keep it together on the bench.
It's gonna start having flashbacks.
This is you, Des.
Oh, sorry. I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up prosecutor spaces, yeah?
The crime took place by a car in the back of A block. Car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with this knife and went to drive the body out. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness, and an arrest was made on the spot.
And who was this valiant witness?
Why, it was me, Your Honor.
Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime?
Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor.
Well, I guess we're done here, right? Mr. Wright?
I can't agree on principle, Your Honor.
Balding too hard.
It seems that some poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining?
You can, then give them your worst, Miss Star.
Oh, this
Bro!
will be fun.
Wait, are they talking about me?
Destroy him.
Finish him.
Crush him under my boots.
Hold it.
Judge, yes? Somehow I always knew a day like this would come.
And so have I.
Later, Phoenix,
Oh, sorry, of course I haven't.
I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to one of my boyfriends. When I sensed something, perhaps it was my finely honed detective's intuition at work.
Oh my god.
Through the wire fence, I saw a chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. The chief
a nice
prosecutor
car.
was holding a knife in her right hand. Then she thrust the pointy bit into Detective Goodman's chest, over and over.
Bringing a lunchbox to your boyfriend. How touching.
As you can see, there's no room for
That's
doubt.
what he.
Also, it's a very nice car, I'll have you know. That's the only thing I object to in her testimony.
Key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife which you saw being stabbed into Goodman.
So, how does it feel to be so utterly crushed?
Joke's on you, lady. I like it.
No,
But I
no,
am
no.
still thinking about that.
It's really a flesh wound, Mr. Wright? Come on,
Very well.
you got more stamina than this. Come on.
I can last, Emma. Don't worry.
Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness.
Hold on. I'm not finished yet.
Okay, I will wait.
I am done. Let's go.
I'd like to bring a reminder to the court that I'm 16.
15. I'm pretty sure the game lights.
Tell me more about this knife the suspect was carrying.
Well, I'd say the blade was about 4 inches long.
I can relate.
Is that? It is your knife, after all.
Oh wait, this is actually where we're going with this.
Yes, that's about right.
Oh my god.
I don't think that's true.
Prosecutors are, by nature, well versed in the location of a man's vital organs. It was easier than boiling an egg for my egg salad surprise.
What's the surprise? Well, never mind that. You can't testify as to her ability to kill an egg. I mean a person.
Perhaps a chicken salad set would have been a better metaphor.
So the defendant was holding the knife. What then?
Tell the court why you didn't try to stop this crime. You did see her raise the knife to strike, no?
The defense has a point.
Unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already finished.
Too late.
Yes. The next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon.
I see.
I'm not the Flash. It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. Another one. we can make it, I think.
You said that before. Anything else?
Scientifically speaking, Miss Star's testimony is flawless.
Sounds pretty fatal to me.
What do we do? Is this my sister totally guilty?
Yeah, it's crazy, right? It'd be like that sometimes. Sometimes you just go. Well, whatever. Let's I'm kidding, of course. Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness a bit, shall we? For some reason, having her panicking next to me makes me feel calmer.
Don't smile like that!
That's creepy.
Can you go back to the first statement?
Somehow I always knew this day would come.
Yeah, fucking hold it.
Yeah, hold that, lady.
How did you know?
How did you know?
Who told you?
You do not understand the levels of Yomi I possess.
I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime. Yet their methods are ugly and twisted.
Does every single person in this case hate prosecutors?
It seems like it.
As they kind of should.
Yeah, okay, fair.
Yeah, all these prosecutors are kind of shitheads.
Edgeworth
I
is
guess we've
literally
yet to see
criminal.
Lana herself in a trial, but all the others we've seen so far.
What if Edgeworth really tried super hard to go to jail last trial, and even after you proved him innocent of murder twice, he's just like, okay, but I forged all this evidence. Hold me in contempt of court, disbar me.
This stabbing was him trying to get back into jail.
The legislator's uninformed opinion is duly noted.
Given that they're used to erasing inconvenient evidence at their whim.
I'll erase you.
Harefoot. Killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that.
Oh, that's a suspicious statement.
This Star, do you, have something personal against, prosecutors? I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one.
Oh, that's a crazy Gresham hold.
Can prosecutors lay off policemen?
I don't think so, but
In this universe, I guess.
Laid off. She was fired.
Wait, that's completely different.
To me, prosecutors are nothing more than war.
Okay, I thought it'd be funny to press on this point, but this is actually, like, a lot of information.
That said, I am a pro, you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless.
Very well, you may continue, mister. Hold it.
Yeah, fucker.
Angel Star came here just to spit fire today.
Yeah.
This boyfriend, he's the detective?
She came here out of spite to
Not that boyfriend. The security guard.
That boyfriend. You have several?
Yes. This boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend. Where to join? The yet another boyfriend position is open for application.
I see. Where Lotta Sky failed in her harem creation, this woman succeeded.
I'll stick with the lunches, thank you very much.
Note to self, the judge had to think before replying.
You remember from case 1, I am gay.
All the way back!
The security guard room is in the lot in A block.
It's close, you just kind of grab the
It's up on the second level, so you can see everything from there.
That would be the room with the security sign. Incidentally, you bring your lunchboxes by car?
Since I'm a visitor now, I parked in B block. So she was in B block when she, like, totally witnessed the crime?
You sense something? So you're saying you had a premonition of the murder?
It felt like, how would you say? Oh yes. It was like the feeling you get when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds.
I have no idea what that means.
Same? Speaking of detective's intuition, wasn't the victim Bruce Goodman also a detective?
Yes, well, he was like a young cheese.
He was a good man.
Young cheese.
A pale white cheese, not yet tangy with experience on the streets. A greenhorn.
And it must be hard, yellowed, and sharp as a tack.
Judge, I don't like how you said that.
Yeah, with like the odor of a cheese to match.
Oh!
Shit.
5-minute recess. I need to go cry.
In any case, there in the lot, I felt something stirring in the back of my mind.
Hold it.
Hold on right there, motherfucker. By garish car, you mean.
a perfectly reasonable and nice car.
Mr. Edgeworth's car.
Garish
Yeah.
Edgeworth. She said so herself.
Mr. Edgeworth's.
Wait, why are you surprised? That's the only car I would be talking about.
I didn't read the memo.
I don't read.
Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth's. All 4 inches of it. Wasn't it?
Indeed, it was. And I would say that the knife is about 6 inches. Maybe 7.
An odd case.
On a good day.
I have no idea where this is going. The person you saw, are you sure it was the defendant?
Oh, you saw her farther than 30 feet away.
I am certain it was her.
She's telling the truth. We're doomed.
Let's just, do what we can. Even if we don't have any, proof, we can always just bitch at her.
I agree, Emma. Witness, in your testimony you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Ergo, You are a biased witness.
You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie.
Huh? Rookie?
Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me. But
Oh.
I'll fry you like a fritter. Crispy on the inside, chewy on the outside, chewy on the
Tell me
inside.
more.
That was inspiring.
Oh no, the judge is into it too.
I believe that I've heard that tagline elsewhere. You could cry plagiarism. I may be relegated to the lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are honed.
Oh.
A photograph? You took this?
The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snap! I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunch boxes is rigged with a camera.
What?
Excuse me?
I suppose that's more exciting than just hanging it around your neck. Sure.
Witness, why am I only seeing this photograph just now?
You're a worm. You think I'd show it to you, a prosecutor? Again,
We're on the same side here.
I'm here purely to make your lives difficult. My
see
boyfriend works
that.
in the photography division of criminal affairs.
It's the third one.
The other boyfriend.
Well, this is most certainly the defendant, I think.
No, that could be Mia Fey.
You know?
Fuck, it can't be. That's crazy.
That's because it's Maya Fey.
Uh-oh, that is unmistakable, you honest.
The game heard us talking shit.
She looks satisfied, dude, like, he's finally dead.
Thank God I stabbed the shit out of this guy.
So, what was the defendant doing at this time?
Wait, so this is... You could present the photo here, right?
There was a lot of
Right.
things. I don't know what order they had to be done in, but I know there are several things wrong with what she said.
There's no knife here.
There's no knife. There's a couple of other details that are.
Could you imagine just you in the courtroom, like, doing this right now?
Like, hold on, someone's sliding in my DMs.
Okay.
Literally, I don't know what this is.
I don't even know who we're fighting.
I don't even know who I am.
We've pressed her on everything so far, and that was what got us that picture.
Have we done it about holding the knife and stabbing him?
I mean, this is that line, but what evidence contradicts that even?
Well, no,
Yes,
did we press her on those? Is what I'm asking.
Yeah, we pressed those first.
The photograph says it's the moment of the crime. But she's not holding a knife here.
Yeah.
Thanks for the photo, idiot! And you witnessed this? You saw Miss Sky stab the victim with the knife?
As I've already said, yes, I swear it's on my finest salmon swirl lunch.
I'm sure that is a fine lunch. You know, integrity aside, this is making me a little hungry.
Yeah.
I keep snack.
But isn't that odd? Look at this bird!
Oh, so why'd you give him a photo?
I like the audible gasp, like, it's my time!
Like,
This
Like
is
the
the
people meme.
photograph you took at the very moment of the crime.
Oh, this is why our videos keep getting striked.
I doubt it, but
Then why is Miss Sky not holding a knife?
I don't know!
Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts?
Yes, she is.
objection.
Ask me what you thought.
Objection.
I think objection.
That had to be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth.
Prosecutor, go objection.
What the fuck?
Oh my god!
Yet it was still stronger than your ever feeble mind, Mr. Wright.
What do you mean,
Oh,
Mr.
shit,
Edgeworth?
he got you good, Mr. Wright.
I'm good on record.
Yes, he did, Emma. Yes, he did.
This photograph was taken the moment before the stabbing. This is taken the moment after the stabbing.
Objection! And how can you tell that?
Blood splatter.
Huh?
See the dark crimson stains on the chief prosecutor's coat.
No, I don't see crimson because this is a black and white photo.
But it's a black and white photograph!
I'm sorry, Phoenix.
Yes, it's hard to tell, but this could be blood.
Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here.
Objection.
No problem, except you.
Mr. Wright, are you like just gonna sit there and let like totally just take this kind of abuse?
I mean, this is my kink.
Huh.
You forget you heard that. Wait a
Couldn't
minute.
if I tried.
Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime.
Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies.
That's it?
If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go.
Yeah, okay, but deliver the jumbo size from the get-go this time, lady.
Good advice. I'm like not sure I understood it, but like good advice.
Then it's bad advice, Emma.
I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Sky was cold, calculating, like a robot.
Is that what this face describes?
That's a war face right there.
She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder.
Objection! Premeditated? How do you know?
Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in this photograph.
Well, are those gloves?
Is she already wearing gloves? Surgical gloves made of a thin rubber, most likely. Now, why would she have these on? Those on.
Bless you.
If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves.
Warg!
Those gloves do seem to tell the tale of premeditation, although all murder is premeditated.
Premeditated murder. A serious offense.
Witness, add this to your testimony.
Bless you. Okay,
The knife. It's gotta be the knife. If they saying it's premeditated, why does she need Edgeworth's knife? This doesn't make any sense.
Dennis was right on the money.
Yeah.
Didn't have to think. Witness, do you know what this is?
Are you trying to test me? I sell boxed lunches for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk.
Indeed. It is my knife.
What is your weapon? A red car, all belonging to the prosecutor.
He's kinda hot.
I drink him. Mommy, are prosecutors bad people? The defense has a request, please. We asked the witness provided accurate testimony.
Oof.
Oof. Roasted.
What's that, rookie?
In your testimony, you stated that Lana Skye planned this murder. Bless you. And that's why she was wearing those special gloves.
Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning.
However,
However,
Why would she not also prepare the most important thing? The murder weapon.
Oh.
The knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're gonna plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon. Bless you.
Are you serious? That's...
Why do you sound upset that you're right?
I don't know, it just seems really obvious. Order, order, order.
Great, now the tide is turning in our favor.
Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister's as good as alive.
Hate to break to you, Emma, but we have 3 more days of this.
There's 3 more days of this!
Oh no. Wait, how do you know?
What? What do you mean? There's always 3 days, Emma. Don't worry.
Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie.
What?
I'm so clever.
I love this game. I love this game.
I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned.
And so have...
Oh, such a trifling detail.
But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory.
Bah.
Yeah.
The prosecution care less if it was premeditated or not. Even though I think that actually does affect the sentence, whether they happens in the moment or if they spent days planning it out, but whatever. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, honest guy, murdered a detective with a knife. That's the only thing that matters. The prosecution needs to prove. Nothing else.
I mean, not rather. Maki's lab.
Very
Yes.
good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now. But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned! If it wasn't, why would she have been wearing...
Excuse me. I would like to hear your testimony once more.
Mhm.
Witness, please only tell us what you saw and not what you thought.
How dare you? Flip. My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated.
Really now?
Okay, but deductions don't matter in court.
Angel's deduction.
Cool Angel's deduction.
He did it.
Cruel Angel's deduction.
Honest guy intended to murder Detective Goodman. Look at her.
Why don't we have this photo?
This looks like a magic card.
That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office.
This is an alternate art of mugging.
Oh, no, isn't murder just a magic card?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I'm
an alternate
sure
art.
the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again.
Oh, we got her. It was 1 stab.
Yeah.
One stab. You're gonna love my nuts. It does sound a lot like premeditation, doesn't it?
Oh my god.
Actually, that sounds like the opposite.
So, like, if I ordered a pizza, does that, like, mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy?
Why would you think that?
I mean, that's pretty much what these people are saying.
In any case, the defense may cross-examine, and we're going to ignore the little girl's strange question.
Also, stabbing someone multiple times usually indicates anger, so usually a spur of the moment thing, but not always.
You say she stabbed him again and again? But you couldn't have witnessed that.
Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. With my moss surprise.
I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Star.
Well, what do you mean?
I shouldn't have to explain this.
Not even
But
British.
take a look. The autopsy report states that death was due to loss of blood from 1 stab wound.
Oh, aha, you're right. Good show, Mr. Edgeworth.
In this
What like a total hunk? He's my hero, really.
Wait, but I pointed that out.
Right, control your high school girls.
What about my objection? No one noticed.
We noticed, but we didn't care, Mr. Wright.
Oh.
Well, witness?
Oh my god!
Oh.
You
More like
got the crime scene set, right?
Don't rely on us.
Thanks.
Wait, he did order it?
No, I just think he believes he did it because that's the last thing he heard someone say.
Oh, that's true. That is how he operates.
He is a goldfish.
Judge, you declared her innocent, right? Oh yeah, I did. Court is adjourned.
I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood. But now, I realize that such mistakes are possible.
So, you're saying you mistook something for blood?
When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. Splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice.
A hellhound unit.
Then tell us what you saw that thought was blood. Testify.
Ketchup.
Why don't we
That's exactly what she just said.
A red muffler looked like blood to me.
I
So, Lana was not wearing a muffler.
No. Because the
yeah, she
muffler's
wasn't
front,
wearing her
right?
muffler. This is really on point.
I just remembered it from the picture.
The star.
Wait, this is clearly not suited for detective work. Wait, did he object Phoenix Wright's objection just so he can shit on her?
I thought it was more they were both simultaneously objecting to her.
He's like, no, wait, right. I got this. This is person.
She's mine.
She called my knife small. She insulted my car. And she's been mean to me this entire thing. She's done.
To be fair, everyone's insulted your car, but
No one likes your car, Edgeworth.
No, it's really just her and Emma.
right around the middle?
what?
The suspect was not wearing a scarf or a muffler or any kind when she stabbed the victim. And you proved it yourself with this photograph.
But that can't be.
Only a professional lunch lady could be so utterly clueless.
Yeah, Edgeworth has cut in twice just to shit on her.
Congratulations! Perhaps you finally found your true calling in life.
Harsh words, but very good.
In the end, Mr. Edgeworth, totally prevails.
What was my objection? Chopped liver?
But it was there. A scarf. No, not that, but something red. Really?
Well, now, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business.
What?
Very well, witness, continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that.
Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least.
Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony.
Did you just read your mind?
Again?
The most important part? What do you mean, Mr. Wright?
Can you stay out of my head? How do you keep doing that?
Oh, I don't know.
Huh? Anyway, the part where your sister where your sister stabs the victim. This next testimony might just be the moment of truth. This lady's really going on and on.
The moment of truth? What do you mean, Mr. Wright?
Apprehending the suspect.
What exactly?
After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot.
What girls have you been talking to?
What girls have you been talking to,
What
then?
girls have you been?
Yes.
7.5.
When I arrested her, she mentioned her muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier.
Wait,
testimony.
literally fucking handcuff her. It's like, oh wait, I left my scarf upstairs. Can we go before you take me down?
I mean, you think Lana wouldn't say that? She seems like the kind of person who could say that.
I'm not leaving without my scarf.
Yeah.
The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile.
You're quite determined about this scarf, aren't you?
I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra.
Okay, but do you fight like a tiger or do you walk in the park?
That's me. Angel Star. Chips enough.
Chips enough. That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is a kind of snake.
Don't bother me with details unless you want to.
Do not tempt me, woman. You won't be the first and you won't be the last person in this courtroom to bite me.
Bite my shiny metal ass.
Note to self, Mr. Reich is weak against a lot of things.
Mr. Wright is weak.
Mr. Wright is weak.
The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. Why was there an oil drum?
An oil drum? Hard to imagine.
Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman.
You want Mr. Wright your cross-examination, if you will.
But I doubt that.
I feel like Lana's the type that would kill you with like one finger.
1 inch punch.
She's absolutely an eye gouger.
Look at the map.
Telefono.
Why?
Resistance is futile.
When this guy tried to run.
I'm sorry my sister is, like, so suspicious, Mr. Wright.
Not as sorry as I am.
But she totally didn't do it. You have to believe me.
Oh. She said she caught her, right?
Hmm.
I quickly caught her, but there's like 30 feet between them. Didn't she say that?
Yeah, wait a second. She's she's on the partition. She
Yep.
can't.
Press this bitch.
Way to get it, guys.
You say quickly? Were you close to the suspect?
As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time.
Maybe I should press it for more details? Yeah. I like you to, see this on the floor plans, just to be safe. The Lunchland car was...
She was a visitor, thus she was parked in B block.
So you witnessed the murder from here.
That would make it about 30 feet from the car, yes.
Is that correct, Miss Star?
Yes, that's right.
But there was a chain link fence in front of you.
I went over it, of course.
What, bro?
Oh, amazing! The cough-up queen, lunch lady athlete indeed.
So she's the fucking Flash when it comes to catching the lady, but when it comes to stopping the murder, like, oh no, that's crazy.
Oh, that's insane. How did that happen?
It would have taken her, like, more than a little time to climb over the fence. So, like, she couldn't have gotten to my sister that fast.
What if she knows it's just transmission?
Yeah, that fence is about 9 feet high too.
It was 9 feet high.
So how did Miss Sky not get away?
Yeah, that's also quite the drop, by the way. Like, you'd hurt yourself on that fall, right?
Can I just present the fucking map? Whatever. Oh no. That's wrong. Music ain't stop.
It does. Objection overruled.
Oof,
Accusations.
take damage.
Okay, what? I have to know.
Why the muffler?
She mentioned the muffler. What exactly did she say?
What?
If I remembered exactly, I would have told you in my testimony.
Cheeky!
Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler.
Just that one word?
I would have preferred muzzle.
So, what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else.
It was.
Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone.
Her phone? She can't mean...
The next
My
time
phone,
this-
do you mean this
Hi,
cell
Rick.
phone discovered at the crime scene?
Yes, ultimately.
Ultimately,
My memory. It's like a salmon heading upstream, you see.
No, the court doesn't see, Miss Stark.
The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall.
On the wall.
That's right!
That's right. Oh, sorry.
Near the car, there was an emergency phone on the wall.
Apparently, it was out of order.
And so she used her cell phone.
indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day.
Good witnessing, witness.
Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying?
Why
Fuck your testimony.
You should, of course, add this to your testimony.
The things I do to please this rookie defense attorney.
I am shocked about that as well. But why did the seance fail? He performed all the steps flawlessly.
Hold it.
Hold it.
He performed the caged child again and summoned
Hold it one goddamn second, lady. Do you think you could restate your testimony for the court?
the seance.
Aha! I was going to ask the same thing.
I'll only say this one time.
Testament
So
has
listen close, rookies.
failed. Just hurry up.
The chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the partition.
And this is a narration, not a flashback.
She picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. So she pulled her own cell phone out of her pocket.
And during that time, you climbed over the chain link fence. A 9-foot chain link fence.
Then, when I boldly grabbed her arm, the chief prosecutor hung up her phone.
And you saw her doing this.
What is it, Mr. Wright?
Yeah, wait, what is it?
Take a look at the parking lot again.
Yeah, it's either the phone or. Oh, you know, I think it's
There's
the
a wall.
because yeah, how could she see the phone from the chain link fence? That's when we're supposed to present this.
I see.
Because yeah, well, she'll explain soon.
Miss Star, I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Sky.
Objection. The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias.
Well, who would have thought you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor?
Please stop making my job harder for me.
You who, together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago.
That sounds like a personal grudge.
That sounds like a personal grudge, Edgeworth. Well, Miss Star, this is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this?
Virus.
I don't know what you're talking about.
As per usual, I see. Well,
The moment she left,
Mess with me, and I'll make you cough it off.
Again, joke's on you, Miss Star. I got a handle of my horniness at this point. So let's take a look at the floor plans.
so what is not the so tough
You said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, that's true.
and
You couldn't possibly have seen Miss Sky making that phone call. I believe you see what I'm getting at. That emergency phone was on the back side of this partition. Indeed, you were in B block. You couldn't have seen it.
Order, order, what is the meaning of this? I still don't get it.
It's simple, Your Honor.
Oh, thank God.
She's not coughing up lunch. She's coughing up lies.
Oh, shit.
That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me a question.
No.
What exactly what lie this witness has told to the court?
That she's fucking Superwoman.
Is she secretly a superhero?
Look how she's dressed. That's pretty much a superhero costume. Onigiri lady.
Onigiri lady. Here's where the counterattack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about
remove that floorboard so we can go down.
the order of it.
She
Nope.
saw it.
I think where she saw it, probably.
Correct.
Miss Sky tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What's significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Miss Star to lie about it.
Pointless to lie, I see.
We just watch us like.
But say the witness did actually see Miss Sky using the emergency phone. It would mean Miss Star witnessed the crime from a different location.
Oh no!
A different location. Now that's a pointless lie if I've ever heard one.
It's that other
Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it.
Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright.
pretty stupid if we found no clue.
Just where was the witness when she saw the crime?
Well, the
All right,
testimony
boys, we're-
we've heard until now points in one direction. The place from where Miss... No.
Alright, boys, where do you think she was?
Banging her
I
boyfriend
think
in
she
the
was in
security room.
probably.
That is correct.
Meaning she couldn't even have seen the car.
Oh
Nope.
shit, that's true.
What else, what else does that mean?
This is the only place where she could have been.
The security guard room.
Indeed, the security room in the underground parking lot is well positioned. It's built on the second floor, so you can see the entire lot, except whatever's behind that partition.
She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There are many other places where she could have been seeing the phone.
She said it earlier, why she was there.
Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness not being part of the prosecutor's office couldn't park in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime and the back of the partition is here. I remember in your testimony you said, you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes?
Bam.
Well, Miss Starr,
How many years have I been getting the better of men? To think that the tables could be turned.
oh no. Oh, how the turntable.
Today, a man has gotten the better of Angel Star.
Yeah, because you could have heard someone sawing before, right?
Order. Order. Witness. What have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better.
I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished,
Angie hit her head here.
and I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails.
Isn't that the same thing that pissed her off about prosecutors?
The guilty? She talking about Miss Sky?
Mr. Wright, doesn't this, strike you as kind of odd? Why did Miss Star lie? It doesn't make any sense.
Oh, you see, Emma, whenever someone, no matter how good the person is, goes up on that podium, they either lose every last brain cell or become compulsive liars.
What? Why?
Well, I don't know. I think it's just how the podium's constructed, honestly, but... Wait, actually, I'm not sure where you're driving at.
She could have just said she, like, saw the crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything.
Exactly. That high schooler is right. This photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim.
Also, that photo was taken through a fence.
Yes. The truth still stands. Or was it taken through the fence?
It still stands? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth.
Nani?
If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason.
And she got killed.
So tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright.
Huh? Wait, me?
Who else? Except, you know, maybe the prosecutor.
Mr. Wright, let's, like, review what we know.
The star witnessed the crime from the security guard station. But she lied and said she saw it from B Block.
Yeah, why'd she do that?
It must make a vital difference, but what? What would change?
Oh, the distance.
Really loud, Mr. Wright.
Angle of the view of the crime, probably.
It's one of the first two.
Would it be the distance to the crime?
So she was
Well, no,
actually much
I think it might be angle because she couldn't have taken the photo.
yeah.
That photo if she wasn't in.
A sickle.
Why the angle at which she saw the crime occur would change?
All right,
The
you need to stop. That
angle?
means you're right.
What do you mean?
Well, the security guard station is on the second floor, and she would have sort of a more 3D view of the crime.
Oh, right,
And this is important. Why?
Research lab.
Perhaps you'd like to reconsider, Mr. Wright.
Oh. Versus distance.
I think it's distance.
Yeah, then it has to be distance because that's the only other one that makes sense.
You can hide it in your clothes, too.
It changed the distance between her and the scene of the crime.
And since Tinko was in the cage, she wouldn't
My
have
condolences, Mr. Wright. But one look at the floor plan and it's quite clear. The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see how that would change what she could see.
Wait, bro.
What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it would take for her to reach the scene of the crime.
And the cage is 3 feet high.
Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station.
Right.
Now, how long did it take you to go from there? To the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Sky?
Well, witness.
You
Yes.
If the weapon is down here.
ordered the squid wheels, right?
The quality of my lunches has gone from low to inedible.
I was bringing a PB&J lunch with fresh boysenberry jam to my boyfriend.
Oh, wow, very fancy. Boysenberry for the boyfriend. Is that a saying?
I don't think so.
He wasn't in the station, so I waited.
No.
I witnessed the crime from the glass-walled station.
The wall of the empty room, right? Except there's one of
And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the scene. But the door was locked. I couldn't open it.
Oh,
Oh my god, she's actually the Flash!
Yeah.
And the culprit could have
That's
gone.
why I had to go through the visitors' parking in B Block.
That's quite a detour.
Listen, Judge, I'm fast as fuck.
My name is
boy.
Elothar and I'm the fastest lunch lady on the planet.
It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime.
Oh, fuck that. 5 minutes? This changes things considerably.
But it was that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him.
Oh,
I
me?
know it. I have photographic evidence.
Oh, here's the.
I swear it. I swear it on my finest plastic spork.
Huh? You have a point, and the spork is a wonderful invention.
No, this literally calls her entire testimony into question.
Would you like another caviar lunch?
Absolutely.
uh-oh.
Mr. Wright, you have to, like, do something. She's bribing the judge.
Do I have any evidence to stop this?
Objection!
Well, possibly didn't use light
5 minutes between the witnessing of the murder and the arrest. Think about it. You could make pasta in that amount of time. If you like it al dente.
The hole in the floor is in the corner.
I've got lunch boxes that tie pasta into knots, rookie.
Nico is dead.
That doesn't make any sense.
A 5-minute blank? Isn't that strange?
Strange.
I've only been investigating
If you were a
this-
criminal, what would you do with your 5 minutes, Your Honor?
Well, I guess I'd flee the scene. Hey, wait a minute!
Hey!
Don't get the wrong idea. I didn't kill anyone.
But you have the instincts of a killer. You would run. But this time was different.
I demand you can call yourself guilty.
Miss Sky Donald at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable.
Yarg!
Well, then, it seems we've come to the end of this testimony. The witness has a grudge against the defendant and a blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth is the next witness ready to go. This one was terrible. Good lunches, though.
It appears to have overestimated the witness on the account of her professional history.
We did it! We, like, totally screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright.
Ugh. Yeah, we did. That was too close, though.
I'll say.
I'm afraid that the cough-up queen has been dethroned.
That's right, I'm the cough-up queen now.
You mean king, right?
I'm
Nope.
Right!
I'm happy for you, right?
And with that, court is adjourned. Oh, thank goodness.
Okay.
I'm the queen now. Wait, what?
Hold it.
Who said that?
Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels,
I
right?
wanna die.
That's the one you tried to foist off on me.
I prefer not to take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say?
I might be able to say that. I have decisive evidence.
Oh, shit. What was that?
Is this another one of her trick lunchboxes?
My apologies. We have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Starr.
Ah. Is this your jumbo lunchbox?
Woohoo! A triple decker.
What the fuck?
Everyone out of the courtroom.
Out of deference to the witness's determination, I'll allow one more testimony.
Yo,
God
what?
damn it.
Let's hear about this decisive evidence.
Like the Lunchland motto says, you won't be disappointed.
But that doesn't mean you won't be satisfied.
What's she
Oh,
going
you
to
will
pull
be.
out of her lunchbox this time?
Must have been pretty
Hope it's just lunch.
She just pulls out a gun in the courtroom.
I gotta lose consciousness. Yeah.
I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene.
Uh-huh.
And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up?
You stole her shoes?
What the f-
2 types of blood were found on this shoe. One was, of course, the victim's, and the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. This shoe proves it. It's flawless this
For
time.
that to be important.
Wait, what does this prove? What? There was blood found on that shoe?
The realistic at minimum that
She was near the body.
yeah, well, that means that she stepped on his blood at some point, and that she bled on her shoe. That's all it means. Doesn't mean that she was the one who stepped. Witness, what's the meaning of this? Why is it the first time I've heard of this evidence?
Does this mean Lana's been in prison with no shoes?
Oh, no, wait. This is Goodman's shoe.
Oh.
Because they said the victim's shoe.
Hmm.
Oh,
Okay.
Simple. As I've already said,
Oh, yeah, I also
I
thought it
don't
was
trust
on
you
the
with
shoe.
evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself.
I guess time's up.
And you've had the blood test performed.
Didn't I mention I have 3 boyfriends in forensics?
Oh
think
my
this breath
god,
row-
her harem
I
is
think-
huge.
Yeah, I think this is 6.
You don't even need that many boyfriends in forensics. Just one would be fine.
In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence.
Honey.
What?
You must know the 2 rules of evidence law that we've.
You don't
known
know
as
any.
for now.
Oh
You
my
don't know
God.
shit.
Let me out of this courtroom. I can't hear this from Edgeworth.
Yeah, no, you didn't hear his rules. The first rule is I make the evidence. The second rule is if I need
I
to,
make the
I will correct the evidence.
Rule number 1: no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department.
Oh wait, rights broken this law too.
In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being.
Is that right, Mr. Wright?
I hope not. I've done this so many times before. But it seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating.
Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth.
Hmm.
Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, this shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today.
Did I just get all?
Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth.
Did I just get updated autopsy reported? Is this what it feels like? Is this what I've been doing to people?
It is, Edgeworth.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry, right?
Is
I didn't
like
know.
that right too, Mr. Wright?
It seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty solid.
So you don't have to check it.
You could at least study some fucking evidence law, really.
She's not wrong.
The prosecution's complaints notwithstanding, it appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. However, it seems you have yet another count against you, witness.
It was a floorboard in
Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged.
Who is she, Ghost Rider? Bless you.
Plus,
She goes, how do you think she ran so fast?
That's true. Johnny Blaze rides again, and then she just barrels down.
again.
Oh, we're doing this.
It was in the
No,
hallway.
please.
Oh, she's
My God,
persistent.
how long is she gonna be up on this podium?
When Dave said this game, this one case is as long as the rest of the game, he wasn't lying.
Is this? This must be longer than the old back testimony at this point, right?
It's eclipsed that.
Yeah. It makes that seem like a baby case.
I'm assuming someone's doing it with their tongue, but I could be wrong.
Okay. Where should we press? As a matter of fact, you did not bring this up, and you found this shoe at the scene of the crime? You're a liar. You're a liar.
You sit on a throne of lies.
Yeah, I guess while she was arresting Lana, she just decided to pocket the shoe, I guess. What kind of
I
maniac
became the
illegally
chief
takes...
prosecutor and notified the police department. I wanted to make myself useful while I was waiting for the police to arrive.
So you ripped the shoe off of a corpse?
So, like an ill-trained pooch, you snuck off with the shoe.
I was afraid someone would erase the chief prosecutor's crime.
Edgeworth is really savage in this one.
This
Well-
shoe was my secret weapon if that should happen.
It's because it's at this point in the game that Edgeworth starts to change a little bit
Yeah.
and goes from like, I've updated that autopsy report, Phoenix Wright, to like, let's fucking grill him, Phoenix Wright. Whoever wins, wins.
Also, he doesn't like her, because she was mean to him.
See this fashionable basket I have here? It carries more than lunchboxes,
And
gentlemen.
then she pulls out a gat.
Pulls out a fucking AK.
I'm happy for you and your lunchbox bag. Really.
In any case, you removed valuable evidence from the scene of a crime.
You're arrested.
Now tell us what you did next.
Wait, no, the next one should have been you're under arrest.
So,
He's like, yeah,
Sick of struggle.
you brought it to the forensics department.
I use the bathroom.
Okay.
If you're going to submit something as that to court, you need it approved.
You do?
That evidence must be analyzed by a forensics expert.
She got away with her little coup because she used to be a detective. The shoe does appear to have bloodstains on it.
Well, the man was stabbed, after all.
And that blood belonged to the victim, Detective Goodman.
As I said, there were 2 types of blood found on the shoe.
Maybe difficult for us to rely on the tool.
You can't say for sure the blood belonged to the defendant with a blood test.
Most of all.
You claim to know something about blood tests, rookie.
Huh?
Well, speak up.
Well, blood comes in 4 types, A, B, O, and AB. However, you can't tell from a blood test whether a murder was committed in cold blood.
Actually, before I even met
That's
him,
just a figure of speech, Mr. Wright.
hearing voices, I mean.
Actually, we can differentiate between millions of types of blood with all the blood tests out there.
It tells me what to do
Which
whenever
means that we can prove more or less narrow any sample of blood down to just one person. Or
So you hear, you're a forensic student. You should know this.
She's also 16, but that's pretty specific.
I've returned.
Yeah.
If I had a little more time, I would have gotten DNA test results. But they said there's very little doubt it could be anyone but Miss Lana Skies.
So the suspect's blood was found on the victim's shoe.
That ties it directly to the death of Detective Goodman.
I was afraid he was going to say that. I can't let this evidence go through without a fight.
You ordered the peppered fish guts, right? Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some like your plant. Using enough hot water to make a whole vat of soup. Mr. Wright, do you like, or don't you have a problem with this shoe?
Yeah, we got a problem with this fucking shoe.
A problem? This is
Yeah, it's
critical.
ugly AF. What is this?
This is insane. I would not be caught dead wearing this thing.
I mean, there's really nothing wrong with it, I guess.
No, there was something about
Wait.
it.
Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Why is this here?
Yeah.
Footprints. There's a problem.
If I'm not imagining things, I say there's one critical problem with this evidence. A clear contradiction.
That gleam in your eyes. You're still young, rookie.
Hold on, now I have to know. Oh, she is like 7 years older than Phoenix, never mind.
Alright, what were you thinking?
It's 'cause she keeps calling him young. I had to know how much older she was.
I'd give you a peppered fish gut now, but you couldn't take the heat, could you?
Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What is contradictory about the victim's shoe? Show us the problem with this evidence.
Hell yeah.
I wonder if you noticed there's blood on the bottom of this shoe?
Don't mess with me, rookie. Or it'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe.
I keep
Oh,
asking
jeez.
you, ma'am, please not to tempt me.
Oh my god.
I am begging at this point. And that's only making it worse.
Indeed, there's quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe.
It makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife, after all. What could possibly be contradictory about the blood at the bottom of his shoe?
Maybe the picture?
This picture?
Oh,
Yeah, because
There's no pool of blood.
there's no blood anywhere.
yeah, I think.
The problem lies in the footprint.
The footprint?
Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why weren't any bloody footprints found by the scene of the crime?
Aha!
As you can see, there were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. That contradicts your claim about this shoe.
This picture only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints.
Then where are they, Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene and found nothing of the sort.
Order, order, order. Well, witness?
What? Great going, Mr. Wright. But it's true that the lack of a footprint is like a total contradiction. But then we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint.
Oh!
That's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint.
Think, Mr. Wright. Think with your pea brain.
Hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions. It's all I do, kind of.
What?
I see. Huh, now I get it.
Get what?
Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped. There's one vital hint to the truth in her testimony.
What are you talking about?
Lied. Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect.
The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. All around.
Or
Still funny.
I thought that was a strange thing for a normally cool-headed chief to do.
No kidding.
Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty?
Oh, that. I'm not sure I like your attitude, edgy boy.
It's okay, I don't like your attitude either.
So apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory.
witness, well, was the oil drum empty?
The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water.
Water? What does that mean?
Still don't get it, Mr. Wright. You wanna know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason?
Huh, you don't mean.
Yes, the suspect knocked over the oil drum for one reason, and one reason alone. To erase the bloodstains that would become evidence against her. Wah!
That ties things up quite nicely. Bloodstains left on the victim's shoe tie her quite clearly to this murder. Then after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltale signs.
16.
Why, that's a prosecutor's specialty. Erasing evidence.
That reminds me. This guy's right hand was hurt. Surprise face. Didn't she say she'd cut herself when she stabbed him?
She has been admitting to her own guilt this whole time. Yeah.
Oh my stars.
So that's when my sister's blood got on the shoe?
Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial.
Mr. Wright, do something, anything, please.
What? What can I do?
I don't know. You're the defense attorney.
Your sister's confessed to the crime, Emma, and she tried to conceal it.
But
Enough. There's no need for further debate. The verdict, Your Honor.
That I could finally have the satisfaction of beating right. Well, hell.
Very well.
But Angel Star is on the prosecution side. She could have been lying about the water.
This court finds the defendant Miss Lana Sky.
Dramatic pause.
Little girl, what did you just say?
Huh? Me?
Did you say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution side?
What? Well, yeah. You totally are. You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints.
Well, flip.
Oh.
You had your fill, but here you are demanding a second helping.
Oh, please.
Please, no more.
God, why? Another lunchbox. A lunchbox called evidence.
Oh my god.
Wait,
Trial
what
that never ends.
I want to go home. It's Taco Tuesday.
else?
Not on Taco Tuesday.
The time for deliberations is past.
I for once agree with Edgeworth.
Deliberations are over. Guilty is now.
Let me out. Lana's guilty.
Any
I don't
further
care.
comments will be held in contempt of court.
Just take me to Phoenix Wright too.
Let me out of here.
Kill me!
Yeah, do it.
There. The cough up queen.
No, cough me up, please.
Yeah, please cough me up. I don't want to be here anymore. Look at this.
Right, I'm looking.
Another photograph.
Damn, he look.
Where are you keeping these?
Damn, he looking kind of good though.
Photograph.
I had it just in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim.
I see no room for error in this evidence.
Mr. Wright, wait. Look at the asphalt in the photo.
Hey, it's clearly wet.
Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I was useless after all.
Wait, Emma, don't say that again.
What? That I'm useless?
No, stop, Emma.
And I'm totally, utterly useless and I eat away at everyone's life.
That's it. I'm about to prove your sister innocent. It's not your fault. I knew I couldn't win this case from the beginning. And it seems this was what your sister wanted anyway. But wait, what would Mia do? I'm sorry, Mia.
She tell you to look at the photograph, you monkey.
Right, wet or not. Don't be so quick to, finish.
Wait, that's right. Mia told me never to finish, no matter how wet I was.
Get yourself up off the asphalt and take another good look. Don't give up. Akira Mendayo.
I can't. If I'm out here fishing for clams. This is the last piece of evidence. I never want to hear this lunch lady speak again.
Whoa, that was weird. My sky blood really boiled.
Thank you, Emma.
I swear I grew for a second. That was bizarre.
This time I'd like to declare a verdict for good. Are there any
Objection!
God damn it.
Your Honor, wait.
What is it with you people? Can I have my verdicts in peace anymore? Whatever it is, can it just wait?
No, we can't. Then it'll be too late. Your Honor, you asked for this. Look at this photograph. Last one so many. Okay, you know what? This trial isn't over, alright? Until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration.
So, right. You're saying that there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence? That again,
Yeah.
I had no prior knowledge of.
I'll think later. Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I gotta go ahead with this.
Oh, since we've come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright.
I mean, there is still water here.
I think it's the muffler of the car.
There is something in the muffler.
Because I know that's important, but I don't know if it's important now. That's the thing. Because this is very clearly a photo of...
She did say muffler, though, right? Maybe
It
it
is a
wasn't.
muffler, but the fact that there's...
Maybe it wasn't talking about her muffler.
Yeah, what else are we gonna click on right here?
Yeah, I guess just try the muffler, because it may call attention to the blood.
Oh, there's no way.
Yeah, why not?
Take that.
I think that.
It's here.
What's this? There's something poking out of the car muffler. Who the hell stuck that in my muffler?
Just a moment, Mr. Edgeworth.
Your Honor.
You just said muffler. However, I see no trace of a muffler or scarf of any kind in this
Idiot.
photograph.
He's
I
so
hate him.
dumb.
I hate
I
it.
To be
can't take
fair,
it.
I think-
I can't
I think
take it.
To be fair, I think that's an exhaust pipe. I think the muffler is earlier than that
All
in the car.
around me are familiar faces.
You're probably right, but I don't care.
A muffler is part of a car or a motorcycle, Your Honor. Like, oh my god, I really had to explain this. So think of it as part of the exhaust system, a pipe.
I see, and I see.
I don't think you do.
Come on, go bust it.
Trouble!
Shove it.
What's that suspicious-looking cloth sticking out of the car muffler?
Humph. So what if there is something sticking out of the muffler? Flip. What does that have to do with this case? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Objection.
Good night.
Sorry, Miss Starr, but it's not going to be that easy. Unlike me. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to this case. You said as much in your testimony.
What?
Let's hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind.
I heard it like a minute ago.
Well, I mean,
The word
Oh yeah.
muffler was overheard during a call.
Miss Starr, call your testimony for the court, please. One of your 7 testimonies.
It's a lot of testimonies.
Ah, yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. Muffler! Ah! Ah!
Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually the exhaust pipe? Also, how did you get this photo? Is no one going to talk about this? Just walk up to...
I'm probably gonna go over it.
If so, that means this piece of cloth is vital evidence.
Wow!
Did we finally get her?
Why do they recoil like that?
Well,
Because the truth hurts.
is she dead? I mean,
Unfortunately,
let's suspend the proceedings.
Suspend?
Oh god, she's alive. Okay, I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any question unanswered here, we do a disservice to the law.
you're so ready to slam guilty with many questions still available.
Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once, and bring me that cloth.
Bring me pictures of Spider-Man!
He's suddenly very invested in the cloth.
Yeah.
The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the
I mean, it's the latest piece of information he's gotten. It's all he has in his head right now.
Agreed.
He won't stop thinking about that cloth until tomorrow.
Or until someone else talks to him. They'll completely forget. I suppose so.
Woo! That was close. But we made it, at least for now.
This court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess.
For what?
It's lunchtime, after all.
Didn't you already eat like 2 lunchboxes?
He's still hungry?
I heard that, Mr. Wright.
To be continued.
Oh, thank God, we can go home.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Let me out.
Yeah,
Let me out.
I think this is an excellent place to
Let
stop.
me out.
Wait, her. Oh.
Why was that so